it's going too hard though.
What's good, YouTube? Today we got a drop fade for y'all. Fire transformation. Stick around to the end of the video. But like we always do, we're gonna start off by combing through our clientele, making sure everything is nice and picked out. Now with our one guard and lever all the way closed, we're gonna start by debulking the head. Now for our first initial guideline, we're gonna take our trimmers and we're gonna create the foundation for our drop fade. Now you can use your trimmers or you can use your fade. This is all depending on you, and it doesn't have to be a specific kind of trimmer. Just whatever trimmer you got available. You could do it with those, or you could do it with some faders. Now for a drop fade, you want to kind of slightly drop it in the back. And I like to create a hump on the side, almost like a rainbow shape, and then it goes down into the back, just to give it a little bit more, shape to it. But this is our foundation right here. Every guideline that we set in is going to correlate to this first guideline that we first set in. Now with our clippers, we're gonna take the lever all the way open, and we're gonna start to create that second initial guideline, going up about a half of an inch. And keep in mind, we're keeping that same exact shape that the first guideline was in for this whole entire haircut. If you don't keep the shape, then your fade will probably come out uneven or kind of look choppy in some areas. So make sure you keep that same exact shape. Now, like I was saying earlier, if you use your trimmers, you can use your faders or trimmers for that first guideline. But if you was to set it in with your trimmers, it would be kind of difficult to take it out. So whatever you put that first guideline in with, you have to take it out with. So we took our trimmers and we just notched at that first guideline. Not fading it, just notching it up just like a centimeter of the way. Now we're going back in with our lever all the way closed on our wall seams, and we're just notching at that line once more. We not fading. Keep in mind, we not fading. We haven't started our fading process yet. This is just to make it easy to take them lines out. And let me know if these steps be helping y'all. I feel like I explain the steps, in a pretty simple way for everybody to understand it. But with these steps, I've been getting real good results. I might change my steps every now and then depending on the texture. I'm still playing around with my fading process, but every fading process on here that I show y'all, it's guaranteed to work. Y'all just gotta, play around with them, see which one y'all feel comfortable to, and just roll with him. Now with our one guard on our wall seams, with our lever all the way open, we starting all our guidelines with the lever all the way open. This is our third guideline we setting in. We just going up the same amount, keeping that same shape, a half an inch, and we just creating that third guideline. And if you early in your career or whatever, you're not really, you're just beginning to fade and stuff like that, make sure you create nice guidelines that you can see. Don't try to, lightly create guidelines or lightly, flick up and stuff like that if you're not ready for it. Creating guidelines is ensuring that you don't, fade up, go too high on a fade, or, make a shape that you don't want, or you might go up fade in another guard's area when the guard is, less, like let's say for instance, I'm fading in the 1.5 guard spot, and I'm lost in my fade. I can't see my guidelines, and I'm taking my half guard and going to my 1.5 spot. You're gonna be in trouble if that happen. Now right here in the fade, all we're doing is we taking out that second guideline that we had set in with our half guard. We got the lever all the way closed. We not fading, we just notching at the bottom of that line so it can make it easier for us to take that line out. And then we're gonna open up the lever, close it 3/4 of the position or halfway, and we just gonna notch at it with our corners, ensuring that all you know, all the little hairs, all the little clumps of hairs are taken out, and we have a nice clean blend. If y'all feel like y'all clippers don't cut, cause lately I've been feeling like all my clippers, well, most of my clippers just can't. It just wouldn't cut the hair like I see people on, like, you know, like social media and stuff like that. I try not to compare myself to other people, but hey, you know, I wanna be one of the best. I wanna be the one person with the cleanest cuts. I wanna be somebody that, you know, somebody's favorite barber or whatever. But make sure y'all change y'all clipper blades. Y'all don't have to necessarily buy. It's really not the clipper. You can get the same exact results with any clipper. Walmart clipper, Wall Seniors, Babyliss, Low Pros. It could be whatever clipper you use. It's just all about the skill. And sometimes it's all the blades. Sometimes your blades may be dull. If your blade's dull, your clipper's not gonna cut, you know, as much hair as it should, or it's not gonna cut off the hair that you want it to cut off. It's gonna be a lot harder. So make sure y'all refresh y'all clipper blades and get new clipper blades. I had just spent like $100-something on new clipper blades for like four clippers, and it's worth it. I can see a major results, and like just the clippers just cutting through. Not on this video in particular, but the next video as well. And as you can see, our fading process got us this nice, clean, shaped up fade. Now all we're doing right here is just going back in and detailing. Detailing is what's gonna separate you from a lot of different barbers. A lot of barbers don't go back and touch up their work. They just like to get their clients in and out the chair. Me on this channel, we like to detail. When I make these videos, I like to, you know, take my time. I focus on, you know, quality over just hurry up and getting somebody in and out. And my bad for this footage right here, I gotta get my angles right. But yeah, all we're doing right now is just detailing. And now we're gonna add in our rake down process. I apologize so much because I know some of y'all been wanting a rake down process, but it's like a little glimpse of it. But the camera is focused on me inside my mirror and not the client. I am so sorry. And now we're just gonna continue to take the rest of that hair off the bottom. And as you can see from this angle right here, it's a nice clean blend. Nice and clean blend. And if you made it this far in the video, put HYB in the comments. If you made it this far and you've been watching it all the way through, put HYB in the comment section. But right here, we're gonna just start off our lineup. You already know how we do it for the lineups. We start in the middle, work towards his weak side, and then match his strong side with his weak side. But in this case, our client did not have no weak side or no strong side. So he had a pretty full, nice lineup. Blessed with a nice lineup. So yeah. We just chose any side which we felt comfortable with, and we just got to work, got to it. Now we adding our vertical bars. We are adding a C cup on this client, and when y'all do the edge up or the lineup or whatever, what y'all want to do is, see, I'm adding my vertical bars. What I do, I like to make the lineup first and then the vertical bars. I don't like to add the C cup just yet. If the client is requesting a C cup, or you know, if you feel fit to put a C cup, What I do is you want to make sure everything is nice and even on both sides of the lineup. So if his vertical bar is above his arc on his eyebrow on one side, then it has to be above the arc on the eyebrow on the left side or the other side. If it's on the edge of his eyebrow, I base the vertical bars off the eyebrows. So make sure y'all take into consideration about that, about making just that step alone will take our haircuts to like a whole new level, making everything nice and symmetric. Now I'm gonna give y'all some tips. This really gonna help beginner barbers. Whenever y'all doing lineups, don't try to press down too hard. Let the clippers do what they do. Just let the clippers work. They gonna cut. If they gonna cut, they gonna cut. If they not, then you need to get a new blade or a whole new clipper. Don't press down this hard, because I see a lot of people scarring people up. I see a lot of all that red lineups and all this other stuff. And also when y'all lining people up, make sure y'all not holding the clippers wrong. Make sure, because when you're lining someone up, the cutting blade is now flipped towards their skin. It's more so going to touch their skin. So you don't want that cutting blade, which would be the moving blade on the clipper, on the trimmer. You don't want that touching the skin. So a lot of people angle the clipper more so down, and that creates for the cutting blade to actually touch the skin. And that's where a lot of redness, a lot of irritation, and a lot of scars happening. So make sure you're holding the clipper at a good proper angle, and if you need to lower your barber chair, do so you won't have to handle that, that unnecessary angle to create them lines and them scars like that. And this when my client came in before, he looked very rough. He looked almost homeless. Now I ain't gonna say homeless, but yeah. This the product right here. This the finished cut of my steps. Look, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope these tips get into y'all and y'all understand these videos. And it's Ace Robbie, and I'm out.